Hola mi gente, and welcome back to the We Are Investing channel, a channel that is dedicated in investing and personal finance. Should we sell CCIV, Lucid Motors? What should we do regarding this stock? Well, first of all, I'm not your professional advisor. I'm not a professional advisor. I'm not telling you what to do in this situation. I'm just giving you my honest opinions and letting you know what I plan to do with CCIV. But my position is different than yours. I have a different risk tolerance level. I got into the stock early on, so my position might be different. But overall, maybe you can get something from this video. That is the goal here. So with that being said, please consider hitting that subscribe button, ringing that bell, and smashing. Do whatever you got to do to hit that like button because it really helps the channel growth and I really do appreciate it. And quick shameless plug, there is a Patreon for this channel where you get to follow the portfolio in real time. Whenever I open or close a position, I post on the Patreon like I posted when I bought CCIV at around $13 a share. You also get access to a Discord server of over 400 members where we talk stocks on the daily and you get early access to videos as well, all for $5. I think it is tremendous value, super cheap, and is good for any investor or trader in my honest opinion. But back to the reason why you click this video. Should you be selling CCIV? What's my honest opinion here, guys? Well, we know that CCIV had a huge drop following the news, which was quite surprising. This ended up being a buy the rumor, sell the news type of deal, it looks like. Or maybe not, there's some other factors in play here as well. So in my honest opinion, it's a combination of things. It's a little bit of buy the rumor, sell the news. It's a little bit of people not understanding the true valuation for CCIV and Lucid Motors and being victim of people saying stuff that's quite frankly not true. Things like the pipe being at $15 a share is worse for CCIV. That is completely false. The fact that the pipe did not get in at $10 a share is a good thing. The higher the pipe pays for the share, the better it is for the retail investor. For instance, this is one of the only stocks where I have a dollar cost average that is pretty much right in line with what the pipe paid. These are private investments in public equities. These are people on Wall Street. I am buying CCIV for the same price as someone on Wall Street is, and that is a fantastic feeling as a retail investor. So the higher the pipe, the better off you are. The other factor on why I think CCIV is dropping is because of the whole market sell-off, especially in the EV sector. So many electric vehicle stocks are dropping right now because quite frankly, they are at high valuations because there's a lot of potential with these stocks. But we're starting to see a shift in the market. I don't know if this shift is going to continue. We're going to find out more this week because NIO reports on Monday after hours. I expect their earnings to be really good, but if the stock does not move up or if the stock actually sells off after earnings, that's going to be an indication that the market is starting to shift. There's other factors in the market that I think are causing this shift that we're going to discuss in a different video. But anyways, keep an eye out on NIO, see how NIO reacts post earnings. If it does not move a lot up or stays flat, or even if it sells off, that is bad news for the rest of the electric vehicle stocks in the stock market. But really what I'm trying to say here is that there's multiple factors on why CCIV dropped. Buy the rumor, sell the news, people not understanding the true valuation of the stock, and a general market sell-off, especially in the EV sector. And one other reason is because the stock could have increased too much off of these rumors. If you take a look at this chart, you can see that we broke trend off of those recent highs at $60 a share. It did not fall in line with the rest of the path that the stock has taken. And we are somewhat below the trend line now, indicating that the stock is oversold and we should see a bounce back at around $35 a share is maybe where this stock settles out at based on the trend. But this is an upward trend here, guys. And really what you need to think about with CCIV is, do you want to hold this company long term? Do you believe in the management? Do you believe in the company? Do you believe in the product? And do you think they are deserving of a high valuation in the future? Are you willing to pay $30 a share now for a company that can be worth well more than that in the future? This is going to be a bumpy ride in my personal opinion, and I think there's going to be a lot of ups and downs for the stock. It could be good to trade off of these ups and downs, but personally the way that I like to look at Lucid Motors is as a a long-term investment because there is a lot of potential for this company to be Tesla 2.0 based on the technology, based on how much time and research they have put into their business. This is a company that is going to be actually building these vehicles. They're going to be doing stuff in-house, and that has a lot of potential in my personal opinion. This is not like Fisker, which is just designing a vehicle and letting everyone else do the job for them. This company is doing the job themselves. It comes with a lot of risk implied with that. But if successful, there's going to be a lot of reward, and I think it's going to help separate them out from the rest of the pack. So at $30 a share, I would hold your CCIV stock. If the stock starts to increase a lot off of no news and just trading momentum, we have people here that might be pumping CCIV, just like Dave Portnoy did with this tweet where he got in on a trade with CCIV. We saw the stock start to move up a little bit, but then the market sold off. CCIV did not hold the momentum and it started to fizzle out as well. But we could see pumps with CCIV. It is during those pumps that I think you sell some of your shares and buy back in at a cheaper price because they are not going to last. Also, one other thing that we need to consider with CCIV, when you do the valuations, it's just 1.6 billion shares. But you also need to consider the free cash flow and what that means for the company moving forward. I think there is going to be an event in the future where this company redeems their warrants. They call their warrants. And when a company typically calls their warrants, that puts tremendous downward pressure on the stock. As we have seen with Hyliion, as we have seen with Romeo Power, and as we have seen with Golden Nugget and some other stocks as well that I just do not remember how many of these SPACs called their warrants, and you saw tremendous downward pressure. But when a stock calls their warrants, they are diluting the share and there's typically a huge sell-off. So that would also provide an opportunity to get into CCIV or Lucid Motors. By the time that they call their warrants, this is no longer going to be a SPAC. It is going to be trading under Lucid Motors. The merger will be completed. And I think that they will call their warrants just because if you take a look at the free cash flow, the company is going to be burning through cash, that the additional capital will be much needed, and they are going to call their warrants. The share price is going to be over $15 a share. It could actually be even higher in this situation. You have to take a look at the S1, but the traditional language in that prospectus is that the shares need to be over $15 a share for X amount of trading days in order for a company to call the warrants. And I think we are going to meet that condition right away, and these warrants will be called to raise additional capital for the business. But long story short, I've been rambling and rambling. This is off the cuff. This is my honest opinion when it comes to CCIV, is that I think that this company is a company that you hold long, but you do not go all in right away. You need to be able to hold this company for 5+ years. So think about it with that perspective. You're going to be holding this company for 5+ years. There's going to be additional opportunity to buy into the stock. You're going to want to dollar cost average. You're going to want to follow the company closely so that your thesis, your opinion on the company does not change. They stay on track for what they plan to do. And as long as they do that, you continue to buy into the stock and you believe in your thesis and you have conviction on the company. Peter Rawlinson, the CEO of Lucid Motors, is doing great things. I think he is a brilliant mind in the EV sector, and this is a company that I think provides great potential. So I am holding. My dollar cost average is much lower. I am buying into weakness. As we continue to see sell-offs, I will be adding shares. I don't want to add too much because there is still a lot of risk here. So you don't let this position get way too big for your portfolio size. Keep that in mind as well. Proper allocation is key and diversification is king here. So just keep all of those factors in mind when you invest in CCIV. But overall, we know what the deal is valued at. It's a good valuation. It's pretty much in line with the rumors that Bloomberg reported. We had a buy the rumor, sell the news event followed by a general market sell-off that can continue, and we have other factors such as calling the warrants that could put downward pressure on CCIV in the short term, but long term, these are all opportunities to add to your position, dollar cost average, and build a strong position in a company that you believe in long term in a sector that has a ton of potential as well. So with all that being said, guys, I've rambled on for too long. Just hit that subscribe button, ring that bell if you haven't done already, and smash that like button. That wraps it up for this video. There are also a ton of links down below, including the Patreon page, which you need to join the community if you want to start making money in the stock market. Then you also have my Twitter page and a Facebook group, and promotional links to Webull that can get you 2 free stocks worth up to $1,600. But you know the deal. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. And this is We Are Investing. And together, we are invincible. See ya!